This video is a little awkward for me to make. It's not really my strong suit, talking about political things that are going on right now, but I just want to talk about the abortion law that just got passed recently about how women no longer have the right to abort a child in any term of a pregnancy, and they can be sentenced to 99 years in prison. I'm going to speak for myself. Everything I'm saying here is my opinion. I am not trying to tell someone how they should think or feel. I get most of my news from Twitter, maybe like most people, but like almost instantly, anytime I find out something that's going on, I find out through Twitter. And it's one of those things that just really made my blood boil. Like, it really pissed me off. And I think reason being is just the fact that there are people in this world that have such a twisted ideology of what abortion is. And now, don't get me wrong, okay? Pro-lifers, whatever you want to call them, like, the way they see things is very different. Like, their perception of things is very different compared to normal people. But that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that they have this idea that, you know, women are just out here killing lives just for the fun of it, you know, like we're just aborting kids because, like, I don't know, population control. Like, no. I just want to say that the biggest thing that pisses me off is that there's no limitations to this law that was passed. Our limitation is it cannot be passed the third trimester. I have to look into it, but so like there's a time on it, right? Which I get, because when you're in your third trimester, that baby is formed, that baby is growing, that baby has hands, legs, like a gender, you know, like it is a formed baby. Whereas when you're 4 weeks into pregnancy, it's still like a little tiny seed. I'm not saying that that's still not life. That is still life. However, the biggest example people are giving is, say for example, a 16-year-old has unconsensual sex with a stranger, aka is raped, okay, to put it in the simplest terms. Now, rape is not just qualified for strangers. It can be their boyfriend, it can be their husband, it can be anybody, okay? If it's unconsensual and it happens, it is rape. So now, say for example, the 16-year-old girl now conceives. Due to this law, she has no choice but to carry out this term of pregnancy, because if she doesn't, she's killing life when her entire life is ruined. But let's forget about that, right? Because rapists seem to have no consequences, because I don't know why, but anyways, one of a pro-lifer's biggest, theory is that, I'm not even gonna say theory because this is literally exactly what they think, but one of their biggest things is that, hey, like, just because she got raped or whatever doesn't mean that baby should suffer the consequences. First of all, say for example she carries out this whole term of pregnancy, whatever. You really think that baby is going to be born into a loving and caring energy and environment? No. That baby is going to grow up with the shittiest childhood I can ever imagine. And that's just based off of, like, the trauma the mom had to go through. Just the fact that you are taking away just the very decision that a woman can make about what happens in her life and her body disgusts me. And another big thing where people are against is that, like, you're going around having sex, you should be able to face the consequence of it, right? Right off the bat, you are defining this baby as a consequence. Like, that is not okay. I understand that, adult things have adult consequences, because I'm not going to call it that. I don't think a baby is considered a consequence. A baby should be considered a blessing, and a baby should be wanted in order to have the best care for. But, like, yeah, and don't get me wrong, people who want baby later on, and, I'm not gonna say regret it later on, but have regrets and be like, hey, like, my teen life is gone because of this, but it was a choice that they made, and they're gonna grow up and love the hell out of that baby, because at the end of the day, it was their choice. I think the biggest thing here And the whole point that I'm trying to get at is that it really upsets me that something that's so, to me it seems like common sense, but just the choice of where a woman wants to take her life was taken away. I don't think that's okay. I'm really thankful to be living in a country like Canada where, you know, I can make decisions for myself, I can think for myself, I can act for myself. I don't have laws governing the way that I live my life, and I think that's something that more of us should be thankful for. Obviously this country has its flaws, and there's many things that can be changed, but I don't know, this is just one thing I really just wanted to vent about. I guess this is more of a vent than like an opinion type thing, but yeah. I'm one of those pro-lifers and think that abortion is, you know, horrible and nobody should be able to do it. Please just unsubscribe, unfollow me, do what you gotta do. At the end of the day, this is my opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own, but you are allowed to disagree with opinions. So yeah, okay, that concludes this video. See you.